Yes, Nietzsche said a lot of things. Not all very smart. He also had an impressive mustache. Quite the tower that is. I know how you feel, pal. All those stairs. Turn on the what?
No, you can't.
I wonder how he can get up the stairs too.
Last. And you go first.
There are others. I can show you, please. Please.
It's interesting that he has a cross on his armor. Pretty sure Jesus is not in the Forgotten Realms. Maybe I should make a character named Jesus. Favorite soul or something. Like a ripe aubergine. Yup. Quite the uneven cobbles there. It can't be a pleasant ride. Baldur's Gate. But you certainly can't run on those streets. Dungeons and Dragons and Baldur's Gate. My absolute favorite game, probably ever. I teased this in the past, and I think it's time to play it. Since my little April Fool's joke of 2016, depending on when you watch, so I thought I'd clarify that, was pretty well received. Now, a small change that I did is the intro cinematic you just watched. That's from the original non-enhanced Baldur's Gate version, and we will be playing the enhanced version, since on most any grounds I feel it is better, improved with the original, which it should after so many patches and everything. Except the intro movie. The intro movie is just much better in the original. For it's a bit lo-fi these days, but the camera angles and everything is just really well done. So let's get right started to character generation. Really excited. So gender, we are actually going to be playing. Some might remember my little Skisny plays Baldur's Gate 1. We're gonna do that in part. We are going to play and create a character called Skisny. And he's going to be thieving and greedy and stuff. But given that Baldur's Gate is a pretty hard game and a pretty long game, I'm not gonna play it fully in character. It will be like my Neverwinter playthrough, where I jump into the character's headset and try to play the character according to who he is. But if that becomes impractical at moments, or if I just die a lot, because you can die very easily in here, then we are going to take the out of character solution, which is better. I'm gonna use my rather vast knowledge of this game through, I think, one, I played at least 10 plus times from beginning to end, and Baldur's Gate 2, I'm getting close to, I think, 30 to 40 playthroughs. So yeah, I know a bit about this game, but we will use that knowledge. Anyway, let's get right back to character generation. Right, we'll pick a male character. And I made a special little portrait for it. There we go. Skisny without the head tails. Nice little magical tattoo on his head, which will come in useful, and the nice pointy elven ears. And his oh so nice smile. Such a nice smile.
Yes, I have a very nice smile. Look at this.
And I have a sigil on my head, which is always the thing is on my head. Money.
Yes. Let's make some loot.
I think an elf is the closest thing, like I saw. Elf is the closest thing you get to Twi'lek, so we're going to play an elf. And then dwarves jump in and scream to never trust them. And that's interesting. Let's just pick multi-class, every class we can. We're gonna be a fighter, mage, thief. So yeah, that's actually going to make us pretty good in the beginning. But by the end we will probably have a very slow leveling process. Since we're leveling 3 classes at a time. It's a multi-class, so basically you divide all your XP between these classes. And then when you got enough to level up, you level up the one class. So that'll be slowly going. But I never done it. I've never played a fighter mage thief, so that's gonna be fun. Now Skizny is a sneaky little bastard. So neutral evil will be the alignment. You can't change alignments in this game, so what you stick with what you can, but most NPCs react more to your reputation rather than your actual alignment. So the reputation actually in the end is much more important. Abilities. Now this is interesting. Like Dungeons and Dragons rolls, you roll on each stat, you roll 4d6 I believe, and then you drop the lowest die that you rolled. And then you add the 3 dice remaining and that will give you a score. And in this game you can roll as many times as you like. So we are gonna be rolling a lot, and I probably cut till I have the right stats, like 58 total. That's decent, but we want higher for this, since we need a lot of good stats. We are gonna need strength, we're gonna need dexterity, we are gonna need intelligence. I want a little bit of charisma, we don't need wisdom much. And we need a bit of constitution. So that's needs to be a good set of rolls. 85. You can store this, so we'll store this. And we'll keep rolling. I prefer to have 88 or something. Roll until your eyes bleed, boys! Yes, I spend a long time rolling until I get a nice solid score of 89 total points to divide, which we have put into strength. Now this number here, that's interesting, but that's very rule technical. I'll explain another day. Yeah, put most of the dexterity, as much as we could in constitution, intelligence, dumped wisdom, we don't need wisdom, and stick with a fair number of charisma. Mostly for certain dialogue things. An interesting thing to note is that in the original game, when you played this, you didn't have this total roll number. So when you were re-rolling like a lunatic, you would have to calculate all the points each time to actually calculate the exact number of points that you had. And then compare like, am I going to toss this or not? So this is going to be it. Let's do it. We continue. Skills. Now, it is important to note that yes, we can specialize in any weapon, but I think we should specialize in a thief weapon, because that will allow us to backstab if we can. And I mostly think I know all the thief weapons by heart. Just club. It's interesting, but we're not going to do that. Dagger, of course, katana and scimitars. Those are both very good, but they are really rare. So I think axe you can backstab with, two-handed sword you can backstab with, bastard sword. Short sword, of course. But I think we'll just go with the plain old long sword. So those are the most common and they're pretty good. And we'll also go sword and shield style. And in the beginning, a bunch of points to spend. But for us, I think opening locks will be the best skill to have.
Yes, because I want to steal everything in sight.
Very good, Skisney. You will be able to steal most anything in sight. I think we'll leave... Let's leave it at 60. And I'll put the remainder in Find Trap, because that will be the next priority to get to. Find Trap is also very important. You really can't have a party without Find Trap. And open locks. Now we can pick our spells. I don't know, I don't think I want blindness. Magic missile. I want to have that, but since we're a mage we can scribe that later. So we will pick this smartly. What's a spell that we'd like to... Can we buy this later? I think we can buy that later. I kind of like Chronomatic Orb. And I think I will... You know what? No, let's do some defensive stuff. Protection from petrification becomes very important. And... Should I go for Identify? No, we can think up that later. Shield? Or Mage Armor. I think Mage Armor lasts longer. Yeah. That lasts 9 hours, that's fine. Actually, let's remove this. So we only need that, really need that later. Creates one image of himself, travel alongside him. Oh yes, that might be handy. We'll go defensive to start with.
Don't hit me. Yes, I don't want to be hit.
And we can only memorize one spell a day. What a mighty wizard we are. Yes, and all wizards, even if I went pure wizard, you still could only memorize 2 spells or learn 2 spells and cast 1 a day. That's fun. Let's see, appearance. Let's get his hair. Let's go white for this. Skin. I think a little bit bluish. He's blue daboo-dee daboo-die. So that's good. Fitting. Clothing. Major. Where's black? This is also one. This was a recent change. I'm not a big fan of this little slider. It does allow for more color options than before, but it's finicky to handle. Sorry for those who have epilepsy, that might freak you out a little minor. But I think I saw a nice gold. I think this is a nice gold. Yes. Black and gold. Oh, we need to pick a voice.
Death to you all!
As it should be.
Your life ends here. I alone belong here.
Not bad.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
No.
You got this coming!
No. And why is it echoey?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Why are these echoey?
Get over here!
Your life ends here. Death to you all!
As it should be.
I must rest my eyes a while. Oh, such a waste of time this is. Your life ends here. I alone belong here. I am so very... I grow tired of wasting time. I am certain to die. without...
I like that one. We'll take that one. Biography? You can actually write one yourself. But there's a nice one that is written for you depending on your class. Drawn to the climb of the forts at an early age, you've become quite skilled at working for the monks at the keep, and have kept them supplied with whatever tools your occasion requires. Inspired by your foster father's tales of ironclad heroes, however, you know you would much rather swing a blade than the smithy hammer. One of the watchers has been kind enough to take you under her wing, and has trained you in the basics of the deadly arts. I guess that means fighting. You yearn to leave the safe walls of your library home and venture forth along the tradeway with your trusty weapon by your side. Not sure that fits, but I'm not going to waste time writing all of that. You know little of how you came to be the ward of Gorians, but over the years you have gleaned something of your mother's tale from his vague allusions and from the words he sometimes uttered in a tear-filled sleep. She was an elf from the High Force and a friend of his for many seasons. As you have no memory of her, nor any keepsakes to remind you of her existence, you have come to believe that she died while giving birth to you. Oh, perhaps it was the pain of such a bond that led Gorion to cloister himself within the narrow halls of Candlekeep and raise you as his own. Of your father, you have learned nothing. Okay. Interesting. A name, we'll name him Skizny. Yes.
Let's play Skizny. I am born in this little game. Accept and begin our epic story. We want the core rules. Venture forth!
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls,
I see.
under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies.
And
However,
great
one
loot.
story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but
Yes,
your
well, that's
past
obvious.
is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain.
Well,
Your
I'm-
sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong.
I guess
Today,
it's just his time of the
Gorion
month.
has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare,
Gold?
but given no clue as to why.
Gold.
Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Maybe I'll just pocket that gold. Save it for later. Yes.
Well, we've had a fun time creating our little Skizny. As you can see, you can zoom this game a bit. That's one of the nice features of the enhancers, is you can zoom in and out. I usually play at about this. And this at this level it doesn't get too pixelated, and you still have a good view of Candlekeep, which is along the Sword Coast. And next time we will begin our adventure. Actually, I think I'll release that video of the beginning of our adventure along with the character generation. So only character generation isn't that exciting. So till then.